The movie, Thinner, it's a story about the main character who can eat how much as he wants without gaining weight. The more he eats, the more he becomes thinner. The story begins, Billy, a heavy lawyer. He weighs 159 kilograms and has been criticized every day. Heidi, his wife, who always urges him to lose weight. But the result isn't going well. In the court, Billy defends Richie against the accusations, helping him not to get thrown in jail. Richie invites him to a fine dining on his own yacht, and also promised that helping Billy if he needed. That night, two Romanians were buying medicine. He's Tadzu, a gang's boss. His wife had felt cold, so she went out to get the coat. She slowly passed across the road when he'd been driving. Because of negligence, he hit the old woman. In court, the sheriff Duncan told the lies to protect Billy. He said that the old woman carelessly passed across the road and Billy didn't drunk, neither got over speed limit that night. Therefore, the judge Carey let him free to go. In fact, the sheriff hasn't tested Billy's blood, neither inquired about the context. The judge considered the case and announced that Billy's not guilty. The case of causing death wasn't investigated seriously and quickly closed. Tadzu suddenly shows up. He puts a finger on Billy's face and says, "You'll become thinner and thinner." Billy didn't notice, but his wife has found it out that he lost 7 kilograms in the last 7 days. However, he hasn't ever stopped eating. The next day, Billy, the sheriff and the judge played golf together. When taking shower, the judge said, "He's also been given a sign on his belly." They don't actually know what that red dot is. Billy eats a lot every day. But he's still losing weight. He lost 20 kilograms in 2 weeks, so his wife took him to a hospital. She asked the doctor that did he affect by the parasite. After making a medical test, the doctor said, "He's perfectly healthy." The tailor witnesses Billy become thinner in a short time. It makes him feel so jealous. It's the way so weird because Billy hasn't been on diet. He's eaten all the foods. Do you feel suspicious about the reason that he's lost weight uncontrollably? Few days later, Billy visits the judge. The judge's wife told him that the judge had been hospitalized. He got skin cancer, a lot of scales have appeared on his skin. Because the old Romanian man put his finger on his belly. The judge's wife rages at Billy and blames him for his fault. Unless he caused that accident, nothing bad happened. Billy calls Richie his friend. Richie said he's heard that the Romanian curse is extremely effective. His wife doesn't believe in it. The curse can kill someone, but she still believes in science. Heidi took him to a clinic again, but the doctors confirmed that he's perfect healthy. Billy comes to see the sheriff, who's his witness in court. He now looks like Hulk. Physically, half of his body was changed. The old Romanian man put a curse on him. His hand looks like a bear claw, it's too creepy. The sheriff gives Billy a gun to kill Tadzu. Scarily, Billy storms out of the house. It hadn't took the sheriff much time to kill himself. At that time, Billy starts suspecting that his wife and Dr. Mike. It pushes his currently terrible life down into the very bottom. He raises his voice up to ask her that he did nothing but eating. And his weight's non-stop reducing, certainly it's a curse. One day, Billy gets home and he catches Mike's holding Heidi's hand. Being cheated like that, Billy hasn't gotten mad at her and even has given her a chance. He's going out to find Tadzu. If Heidi stops flirting with Mike, he'll forgive her everything. Billy quickly found out the place where the Romanians have conducted their show. Tadzu sees him and instantly curses him to become thinner until he died. That's a punishment for what he done. His granddaughter shoots him by a slingshot. Billy gets in the judge's car, which is waiting. Now he does look like a monster. They're heading to the bridge. A truck that Tadzu's driving crashes into their car. Tadzu wants to crush them like butter. Billy wakes up. It's just a nightmare. He immediately calls the judge, but someone who picks the call says his car crashed into a fuel truck claimed his life last night. He even hadn't had a chance to be properly buried. Billy calls home. His daughter picks up the call. She says that Heidi's having sex with Mike in the kitchen. Heidi puts on clothes and goes out from the kitchen. She betrayed Billy, he shouldn't give her any chance. Billy flies into a rage, he almost crushes the telephone. Unless he gets home soon, his head may turn green. Billy comes to Tadzu's house. His daughter starts insulting him. He lifts his shirt to show them his physical condition. Who made him like this as the real monster? Billy tells Tadzu that when his daughter passed across the road, he didn't mean to cause that accident. It's just a unexpected accident. Now, all the people involved this case were dead. Is it the justice that they want? Whatever it takes, Tadzu won't lift the curse. Billy acts cool, but actually he's dead scared. Just few minutes ago, he shouted out loud to everyone. Now, he's kneeling down in front of Tadzu, begging him to lift the curse, otherwise he'd be dead meat. However, Tadzu shows him no mercy. Billy comes up with a smarter idea. He starts cursing all the people who have been there. They burst into laughing. Tadzu's granddaughter shots Billy's hand with a slingshot. He's shivering in pain. For the moon's sake, Billy curses them all. All of them now has been feeling scared. this man isn't that innocent man. When being in the darkest days he asks for helps. Richie instantly responds to that begging. Now he's nothing but skin and bones. He's dying, but there's one thing still makes him angry, that his wife and Dr. Mike are cheating on him. He's speechless with rage. Richie seeks the news from his friend. Finally, he located the Romanians. Although, his friend's killed by Tadzu's granddaughter. If they can forgive this, then nothing breaks them. Richie buys a gun. He decides to fight against Tadzu. Richie knocks out Tadzu's grandson. The battle has been begun. A car was destroyed. Tadzu's grandson was shot to death. Richie pretends to be agent, saying that he's helping her to sue Billy. Richie's a tricky man. He puts a jar of sulfuric acid on her forehead. She's scared to death. Luckily she safely throws it away. Billy and Richie are on their way to get out of there. After all, Tadzu gave up. If everything keeps going like this, his granddaughter won't be safe. Tadzu shows him a strawberry pie. He says that if Billy feeds in another person the pie which mixed with his blood, the curse will pass to person who ate that cake. Billy calls home, requiring his daughter to leave home for a few days and wait until everything settles down. Not too long afterward, Billy takes the pie to his home. He wants the first one to eat this pie as his wife who cheated on him. Heidi acts like she's missing him, but actually she wishes that he wouldn't come back. When he wakes up, Heidi now is a corpse left. He thinks that it's a sweet revenge. But then realizing his daughter got back home last night and she also ate pieces of cake. It just hasn't worked yet. Now Billy's experiencing a great heartache. He killed his daughter by himself. His worst fate can't be avoided. Feeling guilty about his daughter's death, so he's going to eat a piece of cake. Surprisingly, Mike, who flirted with his wife, shows up. It's certainly on time. Billy offers to share the cake and closes the door with a grin on his face. This is science fiction movie, Thinner. The movie about a fat man can eat as much as he would like but not gaining weight. That's what most people craving for.